Hello everyone, this is Mystic Storm here to clear a path to a new life with you. Today is the Fall Equinox, and it is very beneficial because we have the new moon in Libra coming up on Saturday. And with the Fall Equinox, it's when we have equal light and dark. And that also plays a part in with Libra with balancing the scales. And also, it's just reaping the harvest that we've sown throughout the year, as well as shedding old parts of ourselves and preparing for the winter, the cold, the darkness, in order to sprout up new life. So I'm very excited to dive into this reading with you all. I'm first going to start off with the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. I love this, love it. And next, the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck. Yes. And then lastly, we'll clarify everything with the Rider-Waite deck. Okay? So, let's get into it. Ooh. On top of the deck, we have action. I feel like a lot has gone on this last moon cycle, and hopefully everyone has taken action, putting forth the efforts that they want to do in order to manifest what they want, their life purpose, and what you want to bring into your life. So let's dive in. I call on my spirits, my angels, my guides to help me on what the collective should know. Nothing wants to fall out today. Oh, as soon as I say that. Seeing, perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. That third eye right there. So this is very significant. We need to gain insight and perspective on what we want to bring new into our lives. With this new moon, it's all about new beginnings. So you need to take time to sit down and really figure out what you want to bring into your life. Trust your guides, go within, and just trust. Beautiful. I'll pull one more. And right underneath it is desires. You have to see your desires and know what you want in order for it to be in arm's reach. Look at her. She's like, come to me now. It's almost there. Let's see. This popped out too. Crown chakra. So I feel like a lot of us is going to get divine downloads at this point. We want to make sure with that seeing, because I feel like the seeing is the third eye chakras, that purple, and then we followed with the crown. So it's definitely higher dimensions, higher knowledge that we're seeking for this Libra new moon. And with that insight, we can go further. The inner child was at the bottom of the deck, but it was reversed. So I feel like within that scene, it might stir up some childhood issues that we all may have. Some trauma maybe here that may cause some blockages for you. But just know once you dive deep and tap into your third eye and your crown chakra, that you will be able to heal from these childhood traumas and these childhood burdens that you had, and turn that right side up and be carefree. Next, we're going to go into the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And see what spirit animals will tie into the third eye and crown chakras. The sea serpent was at the bottom, at the top of the deck when I pulled out, and it's also cutting through. See that eye still? Yeah. It's all about awakening and knowing what we want. It might be some issues that we're going through that might be stirring up the childhood trauma. It might be new situations that we may have, and we want to get more insight. We might be afraid, don't know where to turn to next, but you have all the answers inside of you. You have all the answers within. So just trust and know. All right, 2 flipped out. I have the dolphin, which is water. This is like all about rebirth, reincarnation. Look, I feel like all the chakra colors are here, just full of life, playfulness. And the hawk reverse. I don't know about y'all. I've been personally seeing hawks. This past couple of weeks, been seeing hawks. And the fact that it is reverse caused to question like what's out of balance and what needs to be brought into balance. And then we have the mouse. Mouses are very timid, very scared creatures. Maybe we're trying to hide from some things in the darkness. You see it's in the dark, the little specks of light. Maybe it's scared of what will be brought into light. What are you hiding from? Are these the childhood burdens that you've tried to tuck away? Let's see what the hawk. Hawks are very mighty birds. Mighty birds. And it's with air. Air is also about the mind, intellect. So it might be some emotional blockages that's going on. Maybe it's a lot of anxiety. Oh, come on, air. Crow, owl, nightingale, eagle. Hawk, okay. Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eye on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that when the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver us, or deliver it, deliver us too. But the message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. So when in balance, you see clearly, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much, suspicious. And then what you can do to bring it to balance, a perspective shift. So I guess that ties into yes, again, seeing. And right now, since the hawk is out of balance right now, we might be seeing a little bit too much. Our crown chakra might be a little bit too activated. We might can see different dimensions and different scenarios in our heads, um, to where we know how something would play out if we make certain choices. But this is also calling us to just, again, ground, collect ourselves, have a different perspective, because your mind controls a lot. And if you believe something will happen, it will happen. And if you see so much and you get so bogged down in um, what could happen, and it might be negative thinking, it very might well just happen to you. But if you believe that greatness and love and abundance and anything that is for your highest and greatest good will happen, it will. So, yeah, it might be, beliefs might be changed, um, changed since you were a child. Your childhood morals, these were all belief systems that were instilled in you, but you might now see that you have to change your perspective on life, and you need to, in order for you to progress, in order for you to excel on. Let's take a look at the dolphin. um, Intelligent healer, light, and blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are to sensitive and subtle, and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for the dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming into contact with the dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. So, when in balance, an active healer, strong spiritual practice. And then, in order to keep this into balance, it's like-minded spirits. So you might need to surround yourself with people that are on the same wavelength as you. If you feel like, it might be some family members that, are trying to bring you down. It might be some friends that might try to bring you down. But you just have to have that shift in perspective and know that you have to stand firm in who you are. And when the dolphin is out of balance, when the dolphin is out of balance, it underestimates its own power. Don't underestimate yourself. You are powerful. You are the creator. You are not the mouse. You aren't. You got it. All right. Ooh. And that's over here. Very, very, very insightful. And of course, I just want to say, we always talk about third eye chakra, crown chakra. Everybody wants to tap into that third eye, that pineal gland. But also, before you can do that, you have to be grounded. I will definitely say that. Make sure you do some type of form of meditation, whether it be actual, like sitting down, cross-legged meditation. You could be lying in bed. You can read a book. There's different forms of meditation that you can do. But just remember to stay grounded, because if, in trying to tap into the third eye, you might awaken some things. Again, you might see too much. Ooh, that's what these cards are saying. Too much. Wow, that was too many cards. Oh, they're flipping out. I don't take any of these. Spirit is like, I want you to see everything. See it all. Just want a few cards. There we go. Just gonna flip and then go in and tell you what I see. That's good, but I'll take it. And lastly, there we go. Okay. So right now, the first card is the sun. I feel like with this new moon in Libra, anything that was hiding in the dark will be brought to light. Also, it's also a joyous time. Just know that this is a child again. A child again. So yeah, I feel like again, I feel like this has to do a lot with childhood traumas. So really dive deep, or just to be, have a childlike mind. Don't take life so seriously. Be light and buoyant with the days to come, because there's a lot that will come into your mind, especially with the crown chakra being activated. Because again, we've been preparing for this. We've been preparing for our life purpose. We've been preparing to make moves to progress. This is beautiful. So, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Now, upright, this is the left out in the cold poverty card. I mean, this can also signify charity in a sense, but this is definitely poverty. You feel like you don't have anything. But if it's in reverse, I feel like we've been working on manifesting a lot of wealth and abundance, and this is showing right now that what's being brought to light is that we're no longer going to feel like we're left out in the cold. We no longer feel like we're abandoned. There might be some abandonment issues going there, but you're not abandoned. You're not alone. That's beautiful. And we had this show up in the last collective reading. 8 of Pentacles. It's not over yet. We still have to put in this work in order to manifest what we want to manifest. You have to put in the work. You have to take action in order for it to be materialized. So with you not being left out in the cold is because you're making an effort to work on your life purpose. And it will, with all this, with the light shining, with the fire sun here, feeling like the King of Wands. You're powerful. You can manifest anything here. This is very passionate, fiery energy here. So whatever you're passionate about, make sure you're thinking about that in the week to come. And with the new moon, it's very significant because, again, Libra is all about balancing the scales, or the justice card in a sense. So in order to really focus on what you can do to have a balanced life, what can you do to create what you want to create, and make sure that everything that you want to bring into your life will come into your life. And bring this down so I can see all the cards. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Underneath the sun, though, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. And I feel like for a lot of us, this might be, we might feel unmotivated to continue, even though we've put in all this work. We put in all this work. We see the finish line. We see, but for some reason, we feel unmotivated. But I'll tell you now, this is calling you into order. You have to follow the order of how you want to proceed and manifest. You have to sit here and plan. This is all, I know this, the Hierophant, this is the Hierophant. This is all about contracts and tradition. But I also feel like this is calling us to take order in what business and what whatever we want to bring into our lives, whether it be business, whether it be love, whether it be a new bringing in someone into your family, anything like that. So keep that in mind. Then we have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords here is in reverse. Now, with it being upright, it's a very sneaky nature. Again, it's have the swords with air, with intellect. So it's like mind games, trickery. But with it being in reverse, right underneath, let's see, it's underneath the Eight of Pentacles, but I'm also seeing it as reverse with the Hog. So we're seeing we're seeing too much right now, and I might be causing us to think that there might be trickery at play, but there's not. It's all in our heads. And maybe it's all in our heads because we've been putting in a lot of work and we've been stressed out because we're trying to create all these pinnacles. We're trying to create this life we see. We see in our mind's eye. We see, this creation that we want to manifest, but it's not here yet. Not yet, not quite. But we have to trust and know that all the efforts that we're putting into it will work in our favor. If you have not seen my Saturn Direct Goes Direct video, I'll put a link in the description. It's definitely going to shed light on what's going on right now, because we are at a time where we're rebuilding our structures and we're sitting here and calling everything into order with our lives. It can be with our personal matters, with our finances, with our work life. We're calling everything into order. So it is a high and stressful time, but everything will be brought to light and everything will work out for your highest and greatest good. And I do have the Strength card in reverse. This came up in our last collective reading in reverse. And I will say that with this being in reverse, we still have some doubts about how we can progress on. How can we continue to work on something that we see the possible endings, but we can't touch it. We can't materialize it. But I will say that if you don't have that faith in yourself, then you won't be able to take this crown. This crown that is so rightfully yours, that you can manifest your highest desires. I just noticed that the king, the king with the crown, is right underneath the crown chakra. Um, so with that, we have this passion, but we feel like we don't have the strength to see this through. But we do. We do. Let me pull some more cards to clarify some of this. And I know y'all hear some music in the background. That's my roommate. She's practicing, and she's practicing. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and do her thing. I think it's gonna pop out. Alright. So again, Libra is all about balancing. So we have Two of Pentacles reverse. There's a lot of imbalances going on here. Even upright, you see they're juggling Two Pentacles, and they're doing it with ease. But right now, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We have this vision. We want to maybe have multiple streams of income. Maybe we're trying to, have a 9 to 5, have a side hustle. Also try to have a social life. Also keep up with your friends. It's a lot going on at once, and I know this. So just take your time, and with all this new that's coming into our lives, there's going to be some imbalances. There's going to be some things that we have to juggle, and we have to get the groove right in order to get everything back into where it's just an easy flow of motion. Right. The swords for real are in reverse all today. That's all right. We got the King of Swords reverse. Now, upright, the King of Swords, again, it's all about the mind. It's the air sign. So it's all about the mind. He can be very calm and collective. But reverse, he can use that to manipulate, and can use that to bring strife against people. And it might just be because it's a stressful time for the king. And when I say king, I mean masculine energies. It's not necessarily just male figures. This can be female as well. You might have the energy of the King of Swords, where you have master of your emotions right now, but with all that is going on within your life, trying to juggle all these different things that have been brought into your life, all good things. It's not like they're bad. All good things. You might just be a little snippy right now. Now that's all right. That's all right. Just be mindful of how you speak to others during this time. And when I said the Libra new moon is all about balancing the scales, and it's all about justice. Justice popped out. So it's a lot of karma. I feel like karma is going to play a part in this for real. Whatever your cards were dealt as a child is going to come back and be released. I really do feel like that. This is really beautiful to see because with the Justice card, I used to be afraid of the Justice card. Actually, I'm like, what's going to happen? But it's here to balance the scales, and it's here to clear out any blockages that we may have. And at the bottom of the deck, have Page of Cups. So with our mind, of course, our emotions are going to be running high. I feel like with the Page of Cups, we're starting off at the lower podium because the pages are it's that child mind. So, but it's also a playful spirit. You see the fish popping out. So I feel like this is all about just being calm with your mind, being one with your emotions, and tapping in to your inner truth and knowing what you really want. Make sure you write down your intentions for this new moon in Libra because Spirit will hear you. One more card. Shoot, one came out. I'll keep that one here because I feel like that one is more significant. So we have the Ace of Wands reverse. These are new beginnings and that passion that we have. You know, we have that. I feel like this is fear that we have to start something new, to bring something else into our already chaotic life. But bringing in something new or revamping what you already have in order to create a new reality for you will be beneficial because you can't let fear drive you to just be stuck in the same situations, that same negative mindset. What's this reverse? And then we have Four of Wands upright. And I feel like this weekend for this Libra full moon, in order to balance out all this this fear and this negative energy that's going on right now, make sure you take time to celebrate. Celebrate. It's the fall equinox. We're going into hibernation mode, as I would call it. Celebrate. I know you all are going to have like what pumpkin spice lattes. What else are you going to have? I don't know what's my favorite. I like banana nut muffins, even though I know it's probably year round, but I haven't had one for a minute. So I feel like that would be that would be good. But for the Four of Wands, yeah, take celebration. I also feel like this is a union that's happening. And some of us, we might be developing new partnerships. That's why probably a lot of anxiety is on the table. But the Hierophant is all about order and contracts too. So I feel like we all might be coming, or some of us might be coming into union with a partner, and we're celebrating. And that's beautiful. You just know, and it might be difficult to juggle all these new changes in your life. You know, you're bringing in a new person. You're trying to still accommodate your friends and your family, and it's bringing up a lot of issues. But just know that it'll be all worth your while because it's all about your happiness. Within that, though, there's still a lot of anxiety. Nine of Pentacles. It's keeping you up at night. Keeping you up at night. So we need to definitely, with the mind and this air energy at big play here, I will definitely say that this was seeing the third eye chakra and the crown chakra were really beneficial here. And it's all about definitely paying attention to these two chakras and trust your intuition. There might be a lot of blockages here because you're having a lot of anxiety of what's next, what should I do. I see this all playing out in my head. I can see like 5 different ways this could play out. But man, which way do I go? Who can I run to? Who can I run to when I'm feeling like this? Man. But you have to know that with all this, you are intelligent. You are a gift from God. You were brought here for a reason, for a purpose. If you were reborn again for a purpose. And, you know, some of us might not believe in reincarnation. Some of us might. So I feel like for the people that do believe in reincarnation, you are brought in this time for a reason. For a reason. And for the rest of us that don't believe in that, sorry. Sorry. So some of us who don't believe in reincarnation, this can be a rebirth within this time. We all go through different cycles, life, death, rebirth, life, death, rebirth. So you might be coming out of a cycle and to make you feel like you are a brand new person and you don't know how to juggle all this. Because you want to do so much, you're putting in a lot of work. You're putting in a lot of work. And that's what's stressing you out. But you don't have to think in this poverty mindset anymore. You're not left out in the cold. You're not abandoned. You are able to manifest wealth and abundance. You're not this person anymore. You are born again. You are born again. So to recap for this Libra new moon, we have to balance our lives. We have to balance, definitely pay attention to our minds. And I feel like our third eye can play tricks on us right now, especially since we have a lot of anxiety on the table. But just know there's no trickery at play. The trickery is all in your mind. There's nothing here because you're not going to be left out in the cold anymore. Whatever past trauma, whatever childhood issues you may have faced to make you feel like you were left out in the cold, no more. It's no more. It's not the case because This is a whole new life, a whole new situation. And you've put in so much work to progress and make a name for yourself and make yourself known. Not like known to like you got a whole bunch of followers and stuff like that. Just known and as you're more confident in who you are. But you just feel unmotivated to continue because you don't feel like you have the strength to. You keep pounding at these pinnacles. Like, when are these pinnacles going to be good enough for me? Keep that passion. Keep that fire energy. Because it will. It will. And justice is here to clear the slate. And I'm just noticing this. With the Two of Pentacles with reverse, it still has that water element here. So our emotions are all out of whack because our mind is out of whack. But this new moon is very significant because it's going to get us in order. It's going to wipe all of this away. It might be within diving deep into our intuition. Again, we might uncover some things that we may not like, but everything will be brought to light, and there will be celebration and union. Celebration and union. Don't focus on the anxiety over here, because there's joy and happiness. Even if it can be a million things that bring you down, if you just keep your eye on the light, that light inside of you that you possess, that we all possess, you'll be able to change your perspective. Change your perspective and know who you are and be authentic to who you are. And take your crown. Be the celestial kings and queens that you came here to be. Look at that. Yes. All right, my beautiful people. I hope this message brought you well. And just continue to have faith. Don't let anxiety bring you down in this moment, because this is a happy time. Because I could go on. I could keep going on because we've gotten out of this poverty mindset, and we're tapping into that crown. That's beautiful. All right, y'all. It's been wonderful. I hope y'all have a wonderful fall equinox and a beautiful new moon. Peace.